Hello friends, I am here in my little van home yoga studio, and I want to tell you about a journey that I am embarking on as we speak, and it is with Purium Superfoods. So I met Purium through my girl Roxanne Ruby back in the day at Standing Rock, and Roxy came with friends and took care of me and other members of the construction crew throughout the winter as we built shelter for people to get through the winter. And we were all getting sick from the regular chemical sprayings that were occurring. There was consistent, tear gas and bear mace and pesticides being sprayed on the land, and so we were getting the brunt of that, and everyone was getting really sick regularly. And so Roxy came with the power shakes and the different supplements, and the apothecary basically came with the core 4 products of Purium and gave them to us to help us through the sicknesses. And I'll never forget my first time trying the shake and trying the apothecary, because the other 2 core 4 are pills. But the taste of those really hit me. And I guess what I'd say the overriding feeling I get from drinking the power shake, which I have right here, is it's very clean and it feels nourishing to my cells in a gentle way. And I'm very used to taking harsh health things, like at Standing Rock as well, we took a lot of fire cider, and we would sweeten it up with elderberry syrup, and that's what got us through a lot of the winter as well. But I've always been a girl who's used to, really like nasty drinks, nasty like parasite tinctures, and like oregano oil that's burning, and like, all of this really intense stuff. And I've used it for a long time, and it's really helped me. I rarely get sick because of my knowing of using, these strong medicines from the earth. But I hit a point recently where I just really needed to not think about food so much. I've been really overwhelmed with the pandemic, food choices in particular, like just the, like I'd say with large trauma or large triggers that's happening collectively with us all, one of the ways that I manage that is by emotional eating. It's been something that, I've been struggling with for a really long time. And so when I came back from Standing Rock, actually, I had intended to start Purium and cleanse myself because I was coming back with panic attacks, and my breathing muscles were hurting, which everyone's breathing was really suffering at camp from all the chemical spraying. And so I intended to do Purium then, but basically like the price tag scared me away. And I felt like, I couldn't afford it and I couldn't do it, and I shut down from doing it. And here we are, 4 years later, and I have some more stock on what is truly important to me in my life and what I want to spend my money on. And I think I'm getting much better at spending my money on things that are actually helping me rather than distracting me. So this is a huge step towards that, because I have a lot of anger at our system and how unaffordable it is to eat healthy, how convenient it is to eat junk food and eat fast food, and just really overwhelmed with all of it, feeling powerless to change my situation. And a lot of that is just overwhelm at meal prep, at what to choose, at all the different protocols I could do, all the different things I could take. It really overwhelms me. And I have gotten into a rhythm over the years with foods that I know make me feel better. And one of the big ones for me is dairy. I'm not meant to be eating dairy or gluten because both of those bother my gluten, really messes with my digestion. I can tell, I can tell immediately in my digestive process that gluten messes with me. It messes with my energy. And dairy it just feels acidic going in and being in, and upsets my tummy, and I can tell, my body doesn't want much of that either. Or if it does, it wants, the occasional soft cheese, like softer things to manage. So I've, over the years, transitioned to more, coconut water instead of Gatorade, dates and dark chocolate instead of sweets, instead of, white sugar sweets, seaweed chips and all of that instead of normal Mary's Gone crackers instead of normal crackers, all of that. And I've gotten into a pretty good rhythm of choosing well for myself when I go to the grocery store. But the reality of my life is that I'm a doer and a liver and and an artist, and I am always doing something. And in that doing something, I get very overwhelmed and distracted and in tunnel visions of like the doing, and I forget to eat and I forget to drink water, and then I find myself in a space where I'm really, really hangry, and then everything's fair game. Then the elephant eating takes over and I just eat whatever, so this pattern has been going on a long time. I also use cannabis to manage my multiple spinal injuries that I sustained as a kid, and that has a very a loop too of the smoking allows you to not feel the inflammation that your food choices are creating. And so it kind of like temporarily allows you to eat whatever you want, but then the marijuana wears off and suddenly like you're inflamed and you can feel it. So that cycle's been going on a long time. I have a father who has, there's digestive issues in my family and heart issues in my family. And I'm pretty convinced that, half of my family at least is allergic to dairy. And that in general, like how we've been raised on meat and potatoes is not helping us, so what do I do, just in this overwhelmed, don't know what to do state? I've decided to finally do Purium. So I'm really excited about it. And I want to tell you a little bit, if you've made it this far, about the superfoods that I'm taking, which is the core 4 nutrients for, that they recommend you take every day. And so the first one is the Super Amino 23. I take this at the beginning of the day, and you take quite a lot of them. You take 5 of them. And it has a MAP master amino acid pattern: L-leucine, L-valine, L-isoleucine, L-lysine HCl, L-phenylalanine, I can't say these, L-threonine, L-methionine, L-tryptophan. So it is a high quality super protein. And even when you're getting high quality animal proteins, they leave behind a toxic residue, which is uric acid. So how gout and, just over acidity symptoms develop. And this pre-digested protein does not leave a uric acid residue. So it's called Super Amino 23 because it gets the aminos into your bloodstream in 23 minutes. And it's featured on the physician's desk reference for rapidly absorbing protein into the bloodstream in exactly 23 minutes in the clinical trials that have been done. So it helps improve your mental acuity, build collagen, and to provide lean muscle and burn fat. So I've been noticing when I take these at the beginning of the day, I mean, it's just like I have a lot more energy. Like I'm a week in and I can't believe how much more energy I have. Like clearly I was not getting something that I was supposed to be getting. So after that, and I guess what I'd say about amino acids is I've taken amino acids before. I've taken, there's a book called The Diet Cure, which gives you an amino acid protocol, and I took it, and I noticed back when I took amino acids that it brings a ton of energy and a ton of happiness, like a ton of serotonin production and a ton of everything starts revving up and working a lot better when you take amino acids. I think it's a lot more absorbable and easy to digest than meat. So I'm excited to see, you know, what happens with my body as I take these amino acids, because I'm a very active person who is strong, but like, you know, don't have much muscle and still, you know, have a lot of extra on me. So I'm excited to see if, you know, taking regular amino acids again is going to, along with an active lifestyle, is going to help up my muscle composition. So the next one is Biomedic, and you take this and the shake like 20 or 30 minutes after the amino acids. And the Biomedic is to repair your gut. And they use these packages because they're committed to getting off of plastic packaging by 2021. So I really like that about this company. So this is a nutrient absorption and toxic elimination supplement. It protects and repairs your microbiome from GMO damage. And this is really cool. So their clinical trial indicated a 74% reduction in glyphosate in 6 weeks. So that's major. And a 75% reduction in C-reactive protein, which is the biomarker for inflammation. So I'm really excited about, you know, 6 weeks down the line where I'm going to be at with my inflammation and body pain issues, because this is going to, you know, really help repair that toxic overload from my environment, and help, you know, reestablish my gut microbiome, because I am definitely, from years of eating things I shouldn't be eating, my digestion isn't where it should be. You know, like if you're either too loose or too constipated, something's not right. You know, if you get if you get cold sores a lot, it's a sign you're overly acidic. If you're having digestion upsets, if you are having brittle nails, you know, if your nails and your hair breaks really easily, if you are sensitive to smells and tastes, you know, that's a, you know, organ overload, toxicity in the organ, in the liver most likely, that's overloaded. Like there's all these different things that are happening in our body that tell us that we are over the tipping point of being in a place of homeostasis. And homeostasis is when we're, you know, we are not too acidic. Like when we get too acidic, we really get out of balance. And so, yeah, I'm excited about this. We'll see what happens. So it provides serotonin, and it really helps with mood, and gut repair leads to higher serotonin levels, and greater stem cell production. So the next one is the Power Shake, which is super greens and healthy fats, and it helps create energy and hormonal balance. And the gluten-free oats that are in this turn into beta-glucan, which helps nutrients stay in the body. Beta-glucan, I can't say these words, but it helps nutrients stay in the body longer, and it has spirulina in it too, which is loaded with omega-3s, beta-carotene, B vitamins. It has a lot of it has like way more of your daily B than you need. B6, it has 50%, and B12, it has 220% of your daily. And millet, which is a soluble fiber that we all need. So this has been giving me energy. It's supposed to reduce cravings, which I'm already noticing, and it fuels your cells. And I guess I'd say like that's what really drew me into Purium, is like the first time I drank it, it feels so gently nourishing, not harshly nourishing like I'm used to. So yeah, really lovely feeling. And then the last one is Apothecary. I've been super enjoying this. And this you take right before bed. So these other three are your morning protocol, and you take it, you know, the first hour you're awake, starting with the amino acids, and then like 30 minutes later the next two. And actually, one of the things I forgot to mention about the Super Amino 23 is they say it's a pre-digested vegan tablet. And I am not really sure in pharmaceutical terms what that means, but what I will tell you is I normally get an upset tummy if I take pills first thing in the day with no food. And that is not happening with these. these are going in with water, and I continue to drink water, and my tummy's not getting upset. So that's really exciting for me. I'm not used to being able to take pills without getting upset in the morning. They don't have the gelatin cover on them, so I'm wondering if that's why, but I don't know. And then the last one is apothecary. So you take this, a tablespoon of this before bed, in water, and you mix it with water, and it's super yummy, super nourishing. You want to take it like 40 to 60 minutes before bed, but if I can't, I just take it before bed. You know, I'm like not into being perfect on this. I'm into just like nourishing myself, because what's basically happened from years of being overwhelmed is I just stopped taking supplements, full stop. I froze up. I was like, I'm just not doing this because I don't know what to do. And there are health ramifications from that, you know? So this is embarking on one program and one system that I can just focus on so I don't get overwhelmed, which is what I'm really into. So this apothecary improves sleep, it reduces free radicals and beautifies the skin, which I'm already noticing. I don't know if it's what I'm taking, but one of the things among many things that got me to the point where I'm starting this program is like, I was having a lot of it was coming out in my skin, you know. I was starting to get reoccurring cystic acne and warts and, like, you know, too many like viral loads in my body. So I just like knew it was time to make a change, especially with the corona we got going on around right now. So this helps create a healthy response to inflammation, and one serving can equal up to 10 servings of fruit. And it's a natural dose of melatonin, rather than taking like a melatonin pill, which I know can really, it messes with some of my friends. Like, it makes them hallucinate and have weird dreams. And this is a very gentle melatonin that occurs in tart cherry juice. So, states of deep sleep, which this helps create, trigger our memory, our body memory, eliminate stress, and repair cellular damage. So yeah, those are the core 4, what I'm taking on the daily. And I purchased a ultimate body transformation, which is basically gives you like a crap ton of the core 4. Like, I got this and then 2 other pouches to continue to refill this once it's done. And you get a shaker bottle, which it's actually, I took my aminos like 30 minutes ago, so it's time to start drinking my shake. But so it's an apple berry flavor, which has like apple and raspberry concentrate in it, and it's super sweet and lovely, but not too sweet. You know, it's just like a very gentle, light sweetness is what I would express. It's not thick. You could add things to this. Most people don't, I don't think. Well, they add like other powders, but I'm not so sure many people add like fruit to this, but you could, you know, make a smoothie of it. But I just really like it as the liquid, because then it feels like it's instantly nourishing my cells, which I don't have that feeling when there's food to digest in it. You know, I really like drinking things. And this is actually one of the reasons I went with this company too, other than being the highest quality companies like this, like in terms of the quality and the, you know, going organic, you know, everything organic and everything, going plastic free. You know, like they actually have a stainless steel shaker bottle right now you can buy, and I'm assuming that's what they're going to start supplying people with in 2021 when they go plastic free. So yeah, but I've noticed one of the things in my health journey that I've really noticed is you absorb nutrients easier when you drink them. So it's like, you know, drinking this I'm getting this a lot easier than if I got a pill. If I got a pill, I would be absorbing a much smaller amount of it, because it has to go through my digestion, which is having all these problems already, to actually, you know, work its way into the rest of my body. And this is just immediate. So I've been drinking things as opposed to taking pills for many years. And you'll find in Chinese medicine, that's what they do. You know, they use a lot of teas and tinctures, and they do have tea pills, but they're not pill centric. And it's because it's easier to digest. And if you have digestion issues, you're still going to get those nutrients. And so that's a big reason why I chose this company, is their nutrients are mainly given through drinkable things rather than supplements, even though there are these 2 supplements. But one of the supplements doesn't have a plastic coating, and the only one that is like a normal pill is the Biomedic. So I really like that. I really like that, you know, like I'm only taking one thing that's a normal pill, and this one you take 2 of. It's not as much as the amino acids. So really everything, or 1 of. So everything I'm taking, you know, is really easy to digest. And as an honorable mention, because with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation package that I got, which basically gave me a protocol and a crap ton of the core 4 products I just shared with you, because of the holidays, they're giving away a free daily fiber blend, which I put in a mason jar here. But oh my gosh, it's their caramel apple flavor. Like, you're supposed to take this, or it's recommended to take it at night, because then you can, like, your colon can clean itself out as you sleep, and then you can like go to the bathroom in the morning basically. But I'm really loving this so much, and I totally understand why they gave people it for free, because I'm gonna start buying it now because it's so dang delicious. And apparently people mix the Apothecary with the daily fiber, caramel apple daily fiber blend. I tried it for the first time last night, and they said it tastes like a, you know, like a granola cookie, and it's yummy. But I personally, like, I want to have as many treats as I can in, you know, while I'm doing this process, to curb the cravings and the want to just eat junk. And so I personally take 2 separate drinks so that I can have, you know, 2 treats of the Apothecary, and then I mix this with a chocolate hazelnut milk, or like you could do chocolate oat milk. Oh my god. Mixing this with a chocolate nut milk is like, it's a milkshake. It's so good. But I guess what I'd say is you really have to drink a lot of water if you're gonna take this. I find that, like, even though I'm working, I drink at least 12 cups of water a day, or I'm working on that, I really like need to drink even more water and stay on top of it if I'm gonna have this daily fiber, because it just, like, it works really well, cleans you out every morning if you take it. So some people don't take it every day, and they start with every other day or a couple times a week, and then work up to it being more. So this is part of their weight loss collection, and it helps even further with elimination. So those, and if you have any interest in doing an ultimate lifestyle transformation with me, it's not going to be everyone that's going to want to do something like this, because with my 20% off code, it's still about $300. But I am embarking this coming month, starting on the 4th of January, on a month-long body transformation, where I've started taking these products, and I'm gonna keep taking them the first 10 days, and then the middle 10 days, you take every 2 hours, you flood your body with superfoods. So you take these throughout the day, and you also eat fruits and veggies, like 1 meal, and some snacks of, like, you know, fruits and veggies, and eliminating obviously like sugars and dairy, yeast, meats, you know, all those things that create alcohol, tobacco, those things that create inflammation in the body. And so you do that middle section of a 10-day cleanse. But what I like about this cleanse is it's adding things, you know, like I'm learning in Noom, which is a psychology weight loss app that I have really been enjoying. Sorry, I had to click a button and it distracted me. I've been learning in Noom that addition to your protocol, to what you do for yourself every day, is a huge way to inspire weight loss rather than reduction, where people feel like they are missing out or aren't getting what they used to be getting. You know, they feel a sense of loss. It's better to add things that make you feel good, and, you know, make this transition of lifestyle by adding things. And so when you have food triggers or situations that trigger you to eat poorly, the idea is to add an activity in there that is good for you, so you can start tying the trigger to the good activity. And that is what I'm doing with Purium. You know, like, I just hit a point where it's like, you know what, I know this is like, I know there's blocks in me with finances, with this being a MLM, with taking quote unquote, like, I have this judgment in me of taking like processed stuff over like real stuff. Like my scruples want me to be able to juice in a juicer every day, and to like do everything fresh and cook everything from scratch. Well, the reality is that I'm not living a life that allows me to do that right now, and I'm also just still not in a place where I'm doing that, where I'm able to invest that much time and energy into my food. So this, I think, I'm just really excited about this and the potentiality to cut my cravings and transform my ability to choose better by adding things that are helping me. And because most of these things are taken in the morning and the night, and so it creates a routine around nourishing myself in the morning and the night. And that's the other reason I'm super excited about it, is I have an issue in the morning and the night with, like, not so much the morning, but especially the night, with grazing food. But in the morning, like, I won't eat and just like get caught up in other things, and then get to that hangry, undernourished, like, I'll eat anything space midday. So this is easing into undoing all of that, undoing all of these unhelpful food choices and energetic choices. And I feel I'm already getting my energy back, my complexion back, my energy is the big one, man. I'm excited. So, the total body transformation is not going to be something for everyone, because it's a big package and it's a big commitment in that. But for those that, feel called and want to do it with me, there is a cleanse called Emerge that is starting on the 4th with the Ultimate Body Transformation. I have a coupon code that's Aware Self-Care. So if you go to iShop Purium and you type in Aware Self-Care, one word, that will be my coupon code, and that'll give you $100 off that package. So it makes it $314. And it basically gives you a month's worth of product, but like a month's worth of taking a lot of the core 4 and some other things. There's also a cleanser, which is a parasite cleanse, like a black walnut parasite cleanse, that you start taking in the middle of the program, or at the end of the program rather. And so there's so much product in that package that you could actually, like, if you didn't want to do the whole total body transformation, you could have enough product for 2 months, because it's a lot. But if you do the cleanse with us that we're starting at the beginning of January, you would use it all, in a month, because you're flooding your body with a lot of nutrients so that you can cleanse, and you can renew yourself. And just to give you, like, one of my first questions to Roxy, because I'm a person who's looking into, like, for sustainable methods that I can afford, is like, well, what about, I can't get a $300 kit every month. So, what does it cost to continue with the program after the total body transformation, which is what they recommend people start with. And the core 4, which I just shared with you, is 100 with the discount, with my discount code, it's about $180 a month, which is $6 a day. So for $6 a day, you have at least one and a half of your meals taken care of. I'd say like half your daily intake of food taken care of with these supplements. Or maybe not half, but like, because you're, as maintaining the 4 core after, you're hopefully leading a more plant-based diet, and you will eat other things, of course, but it's giving you that morning and evening routine and the nourishment that you need. And that is something that I can do. Like, is it comfortable for me right now in my life? No. But is it worthwhile to me, and something that I see reshaping my relationship with food? Yes. So very excited and honored to share this journey with you. I'm gonna take before pictures soon here and start with my program on the 4th. And tonight there is a Zoom call at 8 p.m. That is all about the Emerge program that's happening, that I'm delving into with Roxy. And it's a month long that's going to address all the selves, you know, so not just the physical with Purium, but the emotional, spiritual, and mental self with different exercises to get you journaling, to get you yoga, you know, doing yoga and activating within yourself. So really excited to start, and, you know, regardless, you guys will get to see what happens to me as I go through this process. So have a lovely day. And if you made it this far, you're freaking awesome. Because I'm a wordy son of a bitch.